There's so many different game guns currently available on the market, but there is one that stands out to me, and it has stood out for a very, very long time. So we've come out to one of my favourite shooting grounds as a bit of a treat to go and put it through its paces. So it's got to be the Beretta EELL. They were just such an incredibly popular game gun and probably one of the best made for the value. We have sold no end of these over the years, and it's understandable why, because it is absolutely gorgeous. So being a game gun, I thought the best way to put it to the test was on some proper driven targets. So we're here at Grimsthorpe Castle on the Tower Complex to see what their high stuff's like. Pull. So this one is aftermarket T-choke with the invisible flush fittings. There is a set of 4 with it. I've got the half and the quarter choke in it. And with those super fast 27 gram, 7.5, absolutely just dusting stuff. It's just one of those guns that you pick up and they're just so easy to shoot. I had a 20 bore a couple of years ago, absolutely loved it. And this is exactly the same. The balance on it is just absolutely just sublime, just slightly in front of the joint pin, and it just moves really, really nicely. Pull. So the D and the E target are absolutely miles away. So bit of confidence boost, good old 6.5 parkours. Try and get some good heavy shot out there. See if we can break 1 or 2 of them. Pull. Maybe not. Ooh, that's a gap, that is. I honestly don't think there is much that can compare to this. It's just been one of those guns that they've been around for so long and they just work so incredibly well. I mean, just the weight combined with the balance, combined with the looks, I absolutely love these. I mean, it takes some time to get used to because they're a little bit lighter than I preferably like, but there's a reason that nearly every game shoot you go on, you're going to come across one of these because they're just an absolutely beautifully well made, beautifully engraved piece of equipment. Yeah, they're just one of those guns that they've been around for so long that there's nothing else. I genuinely don't think there is anything else that you could put up against that, probably other than a B25, but nothing modern that you could put up against that and come anywhere close to it. D. Could push the boat out a bit of footwork. Pull. Oh. So let's do the specifications first. 30-inch barrels, 3-inch chambered, and it has been fitted with the thin wall T-chokes, who are by far one of the best at multi-choking fixed choke guns. Obviously, it's mounted on that beautiful EELL side-plated action with a 14.5-inch right-handed pistol grip stock, tipping the scales at 7 pounds 4 ounces. So if you do want any more information on the gun, please follow that link in the description below. You'll be able to find out a bit more about it there. Now, many people who do what I do will understand when I say reviewing a Beretta is quite difficult because a Beretta is a Beretta. They work, they're reliable, and they've been around forever. And I think that's one of the reasons why this has stood out to me most as probably, I'm not going to say one of the best game guns on the market, but one of those game guns that really, really, really stands out to me as quite a historic gun as well. I mean, the EELL has been around for so long, and Beretta have never made any huge drastic changes. Obviously, they have increased their manufacturing technology, they maybe have changed the engraving a little bit, and obviously the actions have changed over the years, but there's never been any monumental changes in it. EELL is a EELL, whether it's 20 years old or, I don't know, 20 weeks old. They all look very, very similar, and I quite like that, because I always think that if a manufacturer from any walk of life keeps something in production for that longer period of time, there's a reason. And there is a reason, because, as I've said, there's not many places you're going to go and not see one of these, because they are such a popular gun. They're beautiful. I think I love the shape of the action. The engraving on the side plates is beautiful. Those carved fences around the top. It's such an elegant, beautiful, nice gun. And it's, you know, it is at home in the field on a game day, whether it's walked up, whether it's driven, whatever it is. It's just one of those guns that is built to be out in the field. And I love them. I absolutely love them. Like I said, I've had a 20 bore before in the past, and it was an absolute joy to shoot. And this was the same. I mean, I've got some nice history before. I have actually shot this in the field a couple of years ago when it was with one of its previous owners. So I have a nice little bit of history behind this gun, which is really, really nice. And it was nice to get out with it again and have a shot with it. But there's just something about it. I know I said it's a bit light for me, but it's just effortless to shoot. It moves, it handles, it's alive, it's got that buzz about it. It's not a big, numb, heavy lump. I honestly don't think you can beat it. And I know I said that earlier in the video. You know, a B25 lightweight game with similar weight, similar setup, similar style of handling. But, you know, a lot of the modern guns now from Browning, from Miracle, from Cesar Guerini, from Rizzini, I honestly don't think there is much that can compete with that. I genuinely don't. If you put that, and I'm not by any means knocking it, but you put that side by side by a Magnus game or a Maxim game, they're barrel heavy, and compared to the EELL, they haven't got the same handling capabilities. I honestly don't think that you can fault them. And I know people out there are going to say you can, but obviously it's my opinion on this, and I think they're just such a phenomenal gun. Like I say, if a manufacturer keeps them in sort of production for that long, there's a reason. It's because they still sell today. I know the prices on them now are quite steep compared to what they used to be. They used to be a little bit more affordable. But that's why, you know, something like this, you know, in that more affordable market, it's worth every penny. You know, you just look at it and it's just, you know, so nicely engraved. You know, how the trigger guard just got that nice little bit of engraving on it, that scroll. It's so beautifully done and so elegant. And I've never always been a big Beretta fan, but you put a EELL in front of me and it sparks something inside, because they're just such a nice gun. And obviously this one being fitted with the Teague chokes, obviously you've got that ability from it used to be a fixed choke gun to now having a little bit more scope with your choking system. And again, I mean, it's just, you know, Teagues are by far one of the best, or the best, you know, and, you know, combined with that gun, it hasn't altered the balance of the gun, it hasn't altered the handling of the gun, it's just such an awesome piece of kit, and I genuinely don't think you can beat them. So, thank you for watching this week, guys. Be back to you next week with another video.